Hi, my name is Emily. I'm a faithful follower of Christ, and these are 3 things that are really helping me lately on my carnivore journey. Jill, hey girl, you're number 1. Jill, get yourself a Jill. Changing where I eat. Changing where I eat has totally changed what I eat. So I don't eat in my vehicle anymore. So I'm sitting here eating my little 2 eggs with 1 egg yolk. So I'm breaking the fast at 1:30. I was eating breakfast the other day when I was feeling it at church, and this lady walked in and it was like 12:30 and I was eating bacon and eggs. And she said, "You should not skip breakfast." I said, "I don't skip breakfast. I'm eating it right now." So anyways, whatever time we break the fast is our breakfast. Mine today is at 1:30 because yesterday was a high calorie carnivore day. Hallelujah. It was really fun. Not as much fun as I thought it was going to be. That's awesome. Sort of like going to an amusement park, and after a while you've had enough and you're looking forward to getting back home and getting back on track. So that was not a crash and burn in the ditch. That was just a detour, very intentional, to throw my metabolism for a loop. I am hearing flies buzzing. Y'all want to see something gross? I'll show you. This is the fly problem we're currently having. Look at all those flies. Can you see them? There's hundreds of them. We are surrounded by cattle, and it is time to manage the flies better with everything we can come up with. So we are going to get some mineral to feed these cows that will cause it'll sterilize the flies so that when they lay an egg, it's a sterile egg, and we will chop off limbs of these flies' family trees. Anyways, I'm talking to you and I can hear them buzzing, and it's music to my ears. That means I caught 1 or 20. Number 1, changing where I eat has changed what I eat. Number 2, planning ahead. So in the evening, when I am finished eating all of my meals and calories for the day, and I've hit my macros, and I'm just feeling super accomplished, rather than throwing in the towel and derailing because we're so hungry in the evening, right? Anybody with me? There is a hunger hormone, ghrelin, that kicks in the evening that makes us want to eat. And then if you can get through it and go to sleep, you wake up and you're not hungry. It's kind of weird. But it's that hunger hormone in the evening. Well, and evening time is when we say like, hey, I did it. I'm going to relax now. And a lot of us relax into food very habitually. It's a habit. I worked with a lady once that said, "Oh, I just cannot wait to go home and take a bath." And I thought, wow, if I went home and took a bath, I would not be obese. But instead I go home and stuff myself with all sorts of concoctions of sugar and flour. So once I've completed my day, and something else might sound tasty. All right, well, I'll go ahead and put this prefrontal cortex to good use and go ahead and fill in my diary for the next day. So, hey, Mary. So when food is still sounding good at night, I'm like, ooh, you know what I'd love? All right, you can have it tomorrow. So go ahead and fill in your diary the next day. This is tracking. I'm tracking currently, thanks to Kelly Hogan. Please sign up for her coaching groups if you're interested in losing weight on carnivore or figuring this whole carnivore thing out. But tracking the night before, then I can get all my macros just where I want them and get my fat ratio, my fat to protein. I want 60 to 80% fat. And by the time I've done all that, I don't want to mess with that the next day. I just want to execute. So it's been a really good pattern for me to do the thinking the night before, do the doing during the day. Just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do what you planned on doing the night before. Stick to it. And then repeat. And along with that is on Saturday nights, I go ahead and look at the week ahead and plan out my 2 metabolic resets, depending on what I'm doing and how it's going to work. So I definitely want Easter to be a high-calorie carnivore day, so I can just eat deviled eggs and ham and turkey and not weigh and measure and not track anything. And also, by doing that on Saturday night, when you look at the calendar, the next row, the Sunday through Saturday row, by doing that on Saturday night, that means that I am not considering and I'm not factoring in any. Are you hungry?
I'm getting a hot dog.
Good, that's perfect. Because you're hungry? Yeah. I mean, it's for you? Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Mary is so patient and so resourceful. She's having herself a hot dog while she waits for me to run a couple errands and come back with cheeseburgers. So good job, girl. Way to not whine. Way to just take care of yourself. I'm proud of you. Anyways, Saturday night, look at the week ahead. Look at the Sunday through Saturday. Plug in your 1 to 2 metabolic resets. And this way you're not factoring in your emotional state, your stress level. You're not going to throw in the towel one day when you're halfway through your day and say, you know what? That really made me mad, or this is very upsetting, or I am so stressed. I think today will be a high calorie carnivore day. No. 30 seconds. Cover it up though, okay? So that way we're not using food as a coping mechanism. And just like when somebody owes you $10 and they finally give it to you, there's no bad time to get money. There's no bad day to have a high calorie carnivore day. Although, like I said, it was not quite the joyride I thought it was going to be, because I'm not in the sugar and I'm not in the cheese. So it was actually sort of like, ooh, I can tell I run better when I'm not over fueling. So anyways, it was fine. It was fun. I'll definitely do it again. I'll do it once a week, but it makes me appreciate and not sort of take for granted these other days where I'm staying in my calories and my macros and feeling like $1 million. So number one, pay attention to where you're eating. It might change what you're eating. Number two, use your prefrontal cortex and make decisions ahead of time and then stick to them. And number three, use fat as a little bridge from one meal to another. So I've got these butter bites, and they are 5 grams a piece. So I weighed it out, I measured it out, 5 grams of butter of my little butter bites, brown butter bites. 2 of those holds me over beautifully from lunch to dinner. 2 together, I think, is 71 calories. That's just amazing. That's nothing but fat. Fat is fuel, and my body is responding to this fuel beautifully. Time to take this final bite, run some errands, and take care of these kids. I love you dearly. We'll talk again soon. Bye.